Yo, what's up guys? It's Mike Chang, Six Pack Shortcuts. Today's video, we're gonna be talking about three very common mistakes that beginners are making when they're starting to exercise. I see it all the time. I've talked about these in different videos, but I figured I need to make a video just for this because there's a lot of beginners that are starting to work out, and man, they make the most common mistakes. A lot of times they make all three of them. So there's three most common ones that I'm gonna talk about today. So let's get to it. Most common mistakes, number one. I made this mistake myself. I clearly remember that too, so I'm gonna share this with you. Very simple. Working out too long. I get it, man. You know, you're thinking the more I work out, the bigger muscles I'm gonna get, the faster I'm gonna get in shape, the more fat I can burn. I done the same thing. I did the same thing on workouts. I messed up before on cardio. I used to think, man, the more cardio I do, the more ripped I get. So then I end up doing tons of cardio. Man, muscles went flat, looked like shit, it got weaker, and my body fat didn't go down. I was like, what the hell is going on, you know? And the truth is, our bodies can handle a lot more over time. But a lot of times though, when you're just starting off, your muscles aren't used to handling that much stress and that much working out. And when you try to do hour and a half, 2 hour, 3 hour workouts, because you're super excited about getting into shape, you're gonna end up burning muscle. Your cortisol levels go up, which is your stress hormones. Your body goes into a catabolic stage where basically it's not anabolic anymore. It's not building muscle, it's losing muscle. Basically your body starts utilizing muscle as a fuel source, starts breaking it down. So you're over there bench pressing, thinking I'm getting a bigger chest, while your body is tearing up your chest to use it to fuel you bench pressing. It's like this, counterproductive thing. And it happens all the time. So what I suggest is keep your workouts short, 30 minutes to an hour max. Now, you want to do that for about 3 to 6 months. Now, after that period, if you decide, hey, I want to do a little more volume because I got the time, cool, try it out. By that time, your body will be a little more used to it. You can try it out and see how you like it then. But if you do it too early, you throw in too much volume of training in the beginning, your body's just gonna break down. You're gonna find it very hard to build muscle. A lot of times, you're gonna find that you're not getting much results at all. And you're beating your head against the wall going, what's up? Why am I can't get the results? I'm doing everything you say I'm doing. That's the reason why, just working out too long. Make sure you keep the workout short and you'll be good. Common mistake number 2, isolation movements. Guys start to work out because they usually have some type of goal. Hey, I wanna go ahead and get rid of my belly fat. So what they do? Shitload of sit-ups. Man, I gotta build up my chest a little bit. What they do? Whole bunch of bench pressing, the machine presses and all this stuff, right? Well, some of them is right and some of them is wrong. Isolation movements. Most of the time what happens is somebody wants to work on, let's say, chest. So instead of doing the compound movements that are necessary to not just build the chest, but build overall shoulders, triceps, and overall strength and mass, they'll do isolation movements like a pec deck. They'll do a fly, they'll do a cable, they'll do a butterfly and all this stuff because they want to focus just on chest. I want my chest to get big, I don't think about anything else. What happens is, number one, it makes it really hard to slap on muscle because you're not doing the right exercises. You're doing an exercise that's isolating it, basically developing that muscle and that muscle only. It's not slapping on any more muscle to it. It's more geared towards shaping. Now, when you have advanced bodybuilders that are huge and they just want to bring in a little more chest, a little more this and that, it's a little different for them. They got the mass, right? They got all the slabs of meat like Arnold talks about. Now let's go ahead and sculpt it down with the isolation movements. But a lot of times people just look at, someone else's routine stuff and they see, oh, he's doing this exercise, and this exercise, and that guy looks jacked. He's got to know what he's talking about, so I'm just gonna copy him. And that's not gonna work, okay? Beginner guys, if you want to bring up certain body parts, let's say your chest and your biceps, cool, do that. But make sure that 80% of your routine is compound movements. For example, let's say you're working on chest and biceps today, right? Instead of doing, pec decks and machine flies because you really want to bring in chest, and then afterwards doing preacher curls just to get the biceps, you want to do something like flat bench press, incline bench press, followed by flat dumbbell press. And then the last exercise, you can do like a cable fly or something like that to really isolate the chest. But make sure the majority of your exercises is compound to slap on the meat, slap on the muscle size. So this way later on you can sculpt it down. Biceps, stick with your straight bar curls, stick with your heavy dumbbell curls, get about 10 to 12 reps in, right? Don't worry about all the concentration curls, all the machine curls, all that stuff. Do that maybe at the very end. Do 2 exercises, let's say 3 exercises total. 2 of them are mass building exercises, slap on the meat like dumbbell curls and barbell curls, and then the third one, optional. Then you can do an isolation. You do it that way, you get the bulk of your exercise, your bulk of your workout to slap on the meat and the strength that you need as beginners, you know, and then you can isolate the areas that you really want to bring up and work on. Number 3, probably the most common one, but I can see how people are you know, making this mistake. So the number 3 mistake that most people make is blindlessly copying someone else's routine. So I get why people do that, because I'll be honest with you, it's better than not doing nothing, right? You might be sitting at home and go, man, I don't know what to do. Or at least you can call up a friend who you know is like a gym rat who works out like crazy and just jump on and just do exactly what they do. I got it, it's better than doing nothing. But this is what you want to focus on if you're doing that. It's a great way to start. It's a great way to be accountable for workouts because you got somebody else who's consistent. Make sure you follow somebody who's consistent. Don't, you know, follow somebody who depends on you to get them working out. Yeah, that's never gonna work. So if you do that, consistent is good, you know, because you're consistent on it, you're accountable for the workouts, but also you're learning how to do workouts with the correct form. That's very important, okay? And besides that, you're still building some muscle, right? Just really depends on which type of routine you're copying. Now, if you do that, it's a great way to start, but you can only do that for about 3 months or so, because after 3 months, you're a lot more consistent, you know the basic form of how to do all your basic exercises, and at that point, if you do want to keep this person as a training partner and work out consistently with the person, you want to make sure that you're tailoring the workouts to fit you instead. Because what happens if this person wants to, let's say, focus on his inner chest, right? Because he just lacks inner chest. And for you, naturally, you have a really good inner chest, but you lack outer chest, right? You lack the thickness out here. Well, if you're just following him, he's doing all these inner chest exercises, you're never gonna be able to build any outer chest. And you're gonna think it's because of genetics or something, which is all bullshit, you know? Genetics play a part, but it's not played that big to where you can't develop certain parts of your body. You can do it. You just gotta focus on the right exercises. So make sure that you're tailoring exercises to fit you. And you can still work out with your training partner, right? Because that person helped you out in the beginning, and it's, you know, working out great, let's say. Then at this point, look at the routines that y'all guys are doing and just grab certain exercises and change them up to fit you. If y'all guys are focusing on, you want to hit outer chest, he wants the inner chest, so he's doing a lot of closer grip bench, but you want to focus on outer, you can do wider. He wants to go ahead and maybe do cable fly because he wants to focus on a certain part, but you need to go ahead and do something else like dumbbell flies so you can get more thickness, or it doesn't matter what it is, work it in. So this way you can make sure that you're getting the body that you want. Because the longer that you do a wrong routine that doesn't fit your needs, the longer it is you're gonna be able to come back and fix those imbalances or be able to shape your body the way that you want to look. So keep that in mind, those 3, okay? Number 1, don't work out too long, all right, or you burn muscle. 30 minutes to an hour most. Number 2, don't focus just on isolation. Make sure majority of your workouts are compound movements to throw on the muscle, throw on the size. Do the isolation stuff at the very end. And number 3, don't just blindlessly copy someone else's routine and then blame it on genetics and why you don't get the body that you want. Leverage that to get you started in working out and get you to learn some basics. After that, switch up the routines to fit you better. Hope this helps you out. It's a lot of information, but the most important thing is get started and start working out. And you know what? Worst case scenario, if you make all 3 mistakes, you'll still get some results. And you know, trial and error, it happens. Either way, glad you guys are getting started working out. Hope this video helps you out. For more workouts and more nutrition, SixPackShortcuts.com. See y'all guys there. Peace.